When we think about money, most of us picture coins, bills, or perhaps a number in our bank accounts. But money is much more than loose change or digital figures. It's a social force that has mirrored and shaped society for thousands of years. In this episode of Social Theory today, we're exploring the flow of money, not just as currency, but as a network of trust, power, and accreditation. We'll look at how money reflects social norms, creates hierarchies, and shapes the very way we value each other and the world around us. Money hasn't always been what it is today. From barter systems and early coins to modern financial markets, money has constantly evolved to meet society's needs. Through Social Accreditation Theory, or SAT, we can see money as a structured way to represent, store, and transfer value. Each form of money, coins, bills, digital currencies, gains legitimacy through social and institutional accreditation, reflecting what a society values and trusts at a given time. Historically, money has always aligned with the dominant values and structures of its time. Coins and bills gained validation through governments and monarchs who stamped their symbols on currency, establishing trust in a tangible form of value. In modern times, financial institutions and digital systems have continued this accreditation, making money not only a tool for exchange, but a way to structure and reinforce social and economic relationships. To understand how money operates within society, let's bring back a concept we explored last time, actor network theory developed by Bruno Latour. ANT suggests that technologies, institutions, and individuals all function as actors within a network, shaping and reshaping society through their interactions. Money, in this sense, isn't just a passive currency, it's an active participant in the economic network. From an ANT perspective, money is an actor that continuously interacts with other actors, governments, banks, companies, and consumers. These interactions create flows of value, accreditation, and trust across society. Deleuze and Guattari's concept of flows helps us see how these exchanges aren't fixed. They adapt, shape, and reshape as they move across different nodes in the network, constantly influencing social norms and power dynamics. These flows reveal how money not only facilitates trade, but also creates structures within society. Each transaction, each investment, and each trade reinforces the legitimacy and trustworthiness of money within a broader network, embedding it further into our social systems and personal lives. Formal markets, like those for buying property or prescription medication, operate within highly structured flows of accreditation. Bureaucracies, banks, and government agencies regulate these markets, ensuring transactions are validated according to established norms and legal frameworks. This formal accreditation process maintains trust within the system, structuring our expectations for customer service, compliance, and accountability. Within these formal markets, money's flow is tightly regulated and validated, and consumers are accustomed to a certain level of protection and standardization. When you buy medication or open a bank account, you're participating in a flow of money that has been accredited by institutional oversight. This accreditation helps sustain the legitimacy of the financial system, ensuring that money continues to represent trust and value in society. But not all markets operate within these rigid structures. Informal markets, such as those for unregulated goods or services, exist outside official accreditation processes. These markets operate in what Deleuze and Guattari might call deterritorialized flows, fluid, adaptable, and responsive to local relationships and demands. While informal markets lack formal accreditation, they still operate on personal validation, trust within communities, social networks, and direct relationships. These markets thrive in places where traditional bureaucratic systems don't reach, demonstrating that while money's flow is less structured, it still finds ways to gain legitimacy through local interactions and trust. However, because these flows are unregulated, informal markets face social sanctions and legal risks, setting them in opposition to formal markets and creating parallel structures of validation. Through social accreditation theory, we can see how money flows through these formal and informal markets, influencing not just transactions, but social comparisons, hierarchies, and even identities. Money creates hierarchies by enabling certain behaviors while sanctioning others. It determines access to resources, defines consumer culture, and shapes our perceptions of value and self-worth. Markets also create identities, particularly in consumer cultures, where people are defined by their purchasing power. This is especially evident in impersonal transactions between consumers and service providers, where social expectations, status, and hierarchies are reinforced. Our interactions with civil servants, employees, or service providers become mediated by the flow of money, positioning us within a structured economic hierarchy. Thinkers like Adam Smith and Max Weber have long argued that money is more than an economic tool. Smith emphasized its role in defining value, while Weber highlighted how capitalism and bureaucracy shape our expectations of rationality and efficiency. With SAT, we can take this even further by showing that money is deeply embedded in our cultural mythology, influencing how we define trust, power, and even social worth. Money in this view is a powerful myth. It's a symbol of trust, validation, and status that has been reinforced over generations. Social Accreditation Theory shows us that money doesn't just measure value, it creates it. Money becomes a framework for what we consider valuable, shaping our actions, our aspirations, and our moral views on wealth and poverty. In today's world, money functions as a structured flow of accreditation that guides everything from our daily purchases to our understanding of value and success. Through social accreditation theory, we see that money is a network, connecting people, institutions, and symbols in a constant flow of trust and validation. Whether it's formal markets that operate on bureaucratic accreditation or informal ones relying on community trust, each transaction is part of a larger story that defines what society values. So next time you think about money, consider it as more than just currency. It's an actor within a vast social network, shaping identities, values, and norms. Understanding these flows gives us insight into how economic systems and the values they represent structure our lives. Thanks for watching Social Theory today. Join us next time as we explore more about the forces shaping our world.